Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video we will have a look at the Sneakreaper Industries Elvia utility knife. This one is the version with plain edge and stone washed finish. It's a pick-all knife. I'm gonna look a bit closer at the details, what you're gonna get, where's the pros and the cons about that. Now first is the pre-order matter. So as I did order that knife about 2 months ago, that took quite a while for shipping. It was a pre-order kind of thing. Now they have currently a couple in stock, not of this version but on a polished blade version and serrated versions as well, if you wanna do that. But yeah, I had to wait quite a bit to get that knife in here. So the item arrives in a simple cardboard box with the company's logo. We have there some more information, and on the back there as well, actually on the inside, not on the outside. As we opened that cheap box up, we had the knife in a clear wrapper, and the 2 screws that I did order with it, they were in that little thing, a little thank you note that came with it, and that's pretty much it with the box. What we had is the knife, the sheath, and those 2 Chicago screws. Now the part here that we see, I made that myself. They offer a snag hook, they call it. I call it the wing hook version, that you could order it together with the knife, with the screws, for a cheap price, but it is only a 3D printed version. So I don't like that. I wanted to have a Kydex version, so I made one for myself with 2 colors, as I now do. We have coyote brown, flat dark earth actually in this case here, and then clear see-through Kydex with the print out of the logo put in between, and that works relatively good. I take that now off so we see the inside, how that looks. Just saying, that is an item that I made and is not coming with the item. So we have the screws. Let's go first to the screws. So they offer additional Chicago screws to go with the item. Unfortunately, they did select the version with the too small post. So if you have a regular eyelet, as it goes through, you see you have a play there. Usually the item gonna use a bigger post. This is a Kydex sheet that I did make with my hook. So the regular eyelet has way less play with the correct size of the Chicago screw. The threaded part, the part and the screw of course is too thin as well. Just saying, it's a lot about details. So what I did to get rid of the play is drilling the holes way smaller, as you see here, compared to let's grab that one here. You see here the regular size holes, and there are the undersize holes for the screws that came with it. So that is one point. Then as we come to the knife, the knife comes with its sheath. We have a typical pick-all style of knife, in this case with a stone washed finish, plain edge, and we have G10 CNC machined scales. They are on with similar screws that we have there, a post and a screw, and they stand out a little bit. In front it's rounded off, so that's not that much of a case of a problem there. They did not use any Loctite on it. There is also no lanyard hole at all. The fit is relatively perfect. We have a good fit, but on some parts it stands over a little bit more than it should, but that is minimal, so I would say it's pretty good texturing and all that. Now they also offer scales made in CNC in G10 in red and probably some other colors as well, so if you want to change your scales you can do that. They also offer 3D printed scales. As you look through the feedback there online, that is not that positive. They had fitment and cracking issues, and of course the G10 material is way stronger, way more durable, and for a knife like this I would strongly suggest go with G10 or minimal with micarta. They don't offer any micarta, at least not yet. So for the blade steel we have 9CR. What they use, that is a Chinese made version of 440C. 440C is a basic knife steel. Back then, 20-30 years ago, we used 440C as a top steel. Of course the situation did completely change since then, and the quality of the steel with a good heat rating is relatively good. I would say that works, but it's for sure not anywhere near like a VG10 or higher quality steel in that regards. It depends on for what you use the item. That is a bit the point. The geometry, the fit and finish of the blade, how it was grind, was CNC made really well. There is no problem at all. It's all correct grinded. They did laser engrave the logo on it, and on the top part we have a nice serrations that is really good in your hand, give you a good grip. Unfortunately on the lower part here you need to be really careful depending on how you hold the knife in your hand. You could easily slip forward and cut yourself on the edge there, so you need to be careful. There is no guard, no chimping, no serrations, no nothing, so you need to be a bit careful. At least the grip is sculptured a bit as well, as you see there, so the item is good in the hand. However you wanna hold it in the hand in the reverse grip as usual, that all fit and works. So the knife itself looks pretty good. We also have to say it's a complete full tang. That 3mm thick blade, it doesn't have any holes or cut out in the middle. I took the scales off and completely full tang, just a flat piece of metal with the stone wash finish all over there. Also, as I did take off the grips, there is no Loctite on the screws whatsoever. They were not too tight screwed on either by the assembly process. So if you're gonna use that knife, if you're gonna carry it, I suggest you take the grip off, the screws and the grip off, clean it. It was pretty dirty, oily below it, quite likely from the machining process, and then apply Loctite, or if you say you want to leave the grip, the scales on it forever, I would even suggest using epoxy glue and directly glue the scales to the handle, that you have a more secure connection, not only relying on those two screws at all there. Then to the Kydex, I would say the Kydex is a bit on the minus. First, this is only how it looks, 0.60 thick Kydex. As we see, say on that one on my wing, we have 0.80 on both of the Kydex, the clear one and the brown one. So it's a thin Kydex. In the past we had problem with that cracking. The material is simply on the thin side. The first of those 0.60 made in around 1990, 95-ish, it depends, back then in Switzerland. So I used quite a bit of that material because it's really easy to form, but it's not near as durable as a 0.80, how that should be. Then we have the typical eyelets. You see the silverish metal color compared to the US made black color that we see here. Those eyelets are from knife kits from USA, made in USA. So you see they have a darker coloring, and here you see the typical made in China, thinner wall, thinner rim around it, silverish, metalish color eyelets. That's typical. They also don't clamp as well as we see here compared to the US made ones. So that's a point to consider. Then we do not have locking of the knife into the sheath. It's a simple friction fit. As we I need to put it correct in. Of course, you see it follows the lines of the knife that you see, but you need to go really correct in the middle. If you go sideways, it's going to cut that thin Kydex if you are in a hurry. Then, as you see now, it's not spreading yet. As we go in, it spreads out. So we do not have a locking in that regards, that the Kydex material would lock into the handle. It's just a friction fit that may wear out or get more loose over time, so that you have to heat it up on the Kydex to adjust it. I'm personally not that much of a fan of friction fit. I'm more a fan of interlocking Kydex sheet, where the Kydex has a certain point interlocking with the handle material, possibly with not a steel part, or at least if it's a steel part, that it is rounded off well, so it doesn't rub off on the Kydex that much. So the sheath, I would say, is a bit a negative, unfortunately. Another point is we see the spreading, then we have the first eyelet, the second eyelet, and then we see here that part here, we have no eyelets at all, talking about that the knife would get a bang and would stab through the sheath. We also see already there we have a bit splitting going on in the Kydex, so it's not completely flat together, of course, like with the part here where we have the eyelets. So on this example, I'm gonna glue that. You can use a super glue or a PVC glue to spread it out a bit, say with a little screwdriver, put the glue in, and then you clamp it together. You could also, and that's what I quite likely gonna do, is drill small holes and then stitch the whole sheet. As we see, we don't have much space anymore for eyelets. That will not work, but you can drill some holes and stitch it with a good upholstery string, they call it in USA, so that the sheet would be more together and more secure and less likely to punch or pierce through. So all in all, those are the details that I saw. I like the knife. It works pretty well. It's just certain details that I don't particularly like that much, how it came directly fresh out of the box. On the other side, we have to see that knife is about $50–60. That is really not much what it is. On the other side, you see, I would say, similar quality knives on Amazon already be on sale for like $20 or less. So it's always a bit a trade back or a checking what you want to do best in your situation. But nevertheless, I like the design, I like the knife, and those little parts can be fixed up pretty easy. They also gonna offer a leather sheath and other sheets as well, just saying. Now I did not get that, and I don't know the quality about that sheet. And of course you can make your own kydex how you want, or leather for that matter, and hopefully a bit with a more thicker material as well. So that much in the first video about the Sneakreaper Industries Elvia utility blade at Calderon design from Mexico.